call for unity, dignity, and strength. The world is watching. The skies over the Middle East are not just filled with aircraft and missiles, they are filled with a question that echoes across continents, across oceans, across the hearts of millions. How long will injustice be normalized? How long will sovereignty be violated while diplomacy is still on the table? How long will powerful nations decide the fate of weaker ones under the language of security and preemption? Let us be clear, this is not about hatred, this is not about revenge, this is about dignity. It is about law, it is about justice, it is about the established international order that was meant to prevent exactly this kind of escalation. When talks are ongoing and bombs fall, something is broken. When dialogue is replaced with destruction, something is broken. When civilians pay the price for geopolitical power games, something is broken. And the Muslim world must ask itself a serious question. Will we remain divided, fragmented by borders drawn decades ago, distracted by internal rivalries, weakened by silence? Or will we rise in unity, not with violence, but with strength, clarity, and collective resolve? Unity does not mean war. Unity means coordination. Unity means economic cooperation. Unity means diplomatic solidarity. Unity means speaking in one voice in international forums. Unity means refusing to be treated as expendable territories in global chess matches. The Muslim world represents more than 1 billion people. It controls strategic waterways, energy corridors, markets, resources, intellectual capital, and youth power. Yet too often it acts divided, reactive, and dependent. Strength does not come from shouting. Strength comes from structure. Strength comes from alliances based on dignity. Strength comes from investing in science, defense self-reliance, economic independence, and political coordination. Strength comes from refusing to let external powers dictate internal destiny. The message today is not a call to hatred, it is a call to awakening. The era of complacency must end. If international law is to mean anything, it must apply equally to all nations. If sovereignty is sacred, it must be respected everywhere. If diplomacy is genuine, it cannot be replaced by sudden strikes. The Muslim world must demand accountability in international courts. It must leverage economic partnerships strategically. It must strengthen internal cooperation through regional blocs. It must protect its own stability rather than waiting for others to do so. Boldness does not mean recklessness. Boldness means refusing to be silent. Boldness means saying clearly that aggression is unacceptable, no matter who commits it. Boldness means understanding that emotional rage without strategy leads to disaster, but disciplined unity leads to influence. The future will not be shaped by those who react blindly. It will be shaped by those who organize wisely. The global order is shifting. Power is becoming multipolar. Old structures are weakening. In such times, those who remain divided become vulnerable. Those who stand together become resilient. This is a moment of decision, not for violence, not for chaos, but for coordinated strength, for intellectual leadership, for economic strategy, for diplomatic firmness, for moral clarity. The world does not respect weakness, but it also does not trust recklessness. It respects strength with discipline. It respects unity with purpose. It respects nations that know who they are and what they stand for. The Muslim world must choose to stand for justice without descending into extremism. It must choose dignity without embracing destruction. It must choose courage without abandoning wisdom. History will judge this era. It will ask whether division continued or whether a new chapter of coordinated strength began. The choice is not in Washington. The choice is not in Tel Aviv. The choice is not in Tehran alone. The choice is within the collective will of over 1 billion people who share faith, history, and destiny. Unity is power, clarity is power, strategy is power, and dignity is non-negotiable. The time for scattered voices is over. The time for coordinated resolve has begun.